Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know what just happened to my mouth. I was laughing
It's karma.
at Urban Closer. He said, "Go
That's
send
MJ.
Good one. That way to start the show off. Welcome back, man. We back in the fold.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, the actual football season is over, and we got some JV football this spring. I don't know if you guys gonna watch that. I may peek if it crossed my screen, but unless I know somebody that's playing, I'm probably not gonna watch it. But welcome back, man. We got everybody in the fold with the exception of Mike, and we know what Mike is doing. Mike's still coaching the Hoopers.
He'll be back soon. He's got 2 more games left, and then he'll start working his way back in. So
cool. We miss you, Mike. He sent us a little text message yesterday, and we salute you and appreciate what you're doing. I've been there, so I know what you're going through. I know what you're going through. So we ain't forgot about you, and can't wait to get you back in the fold and talk and hear some of the stories and see what you're doing to help the youth.
Facts.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Hey, it's feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah, doing all right. I mean, watching the Chiefs hold up our Lombardi Trophy, that hurt a little bit. I'm looking at the game. I'm like, we could have did the 49ers dirty, just like we did the first time.
Yeah, that was. That Ha Davis put that little video up about when your team's supposed to be in the Super Bowl and him crying in the shower. I'm like, that definitely hit home a little bit because we could have. Oh man,
yeah. But congrats to them, man. They got it done.
Salute that. Mahomes is Thanos, man.
He's the guy.
He's Thanos, and they don't have they ain't got the greatest team, but they got the greatest player, man. Like, I used up in 2-3 weeks ago, I said Lamar and Mahomes and everybody else. Mm-hmm. I got to take that back. It's Mahomes, Lamar, then everybody else. That mental toughness is different.
I'm gonna say this, man. Give Lamar just one superstar. Give him one other great player. And then let's start judging him. Let's start really. Then let's see what he can do. It's like, yes, Mahomes is making great plays. He's making clutch plays. They've been there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's a lot easier when you got to go the length of the field, and Travis Kelce's going to be wide open somewhere, and he's going to get you down the other side of the field. He makes it a lot easier. We don't have that X factor. Lamar's never had that X factor. Can we just one time get him that?
Yeah, I think he don't have that, but he got that in the making. Don't have it yet. He got that in the making.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
got that in the making. I think Zay is about to be that guy.
Right.
And then I think he got not a bunch, but he got guys that can be difference makers, not superstars. I think Zay is the potential star, and then I think likely, and if they use
Deuce, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Hall of Famers don't grow on trees. Well, good news is Hall of Famers can be had for a trade. They can be had in free agency. Like there's going to be some coming up this free agency, so we can get one
because they got a little greenhouse with a bunch of them in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, we technically got what potentially could be one for a second round pick.
We were told all day today that EDC was that guy. So grow some.
Draft him.
Yep. Yeah, because y'all got a hot topic over there, so I'm gonna let them. We gonna go on today. We will let them handle it Wednesday. So if they want to get into it and want to combat y'all, they got to come to y'all show Wednesday, because they'll come. That's y'all get that engagement up over there, because y'all know I like smoke, because I didn't have my fair share of smoke today with somebody on one of my shorts. But the thing is with me, hold on, let me do this. This is off tangents just a little bit.
Yeah.
For you people that don't really know how to work YouTube, I do a lot of live film sessions and whatnot. And so when I do a live film session, there's a countdown that happens before the film session to allow people to get in the film session. Right. So I start the film session, and it's like a 5-minute countdown. That allows people to, oh, hey, coach is live. Let me go get me something to drink. Let me get some popcorn. Let me get myself situated. Let me, give me a minute to get out the bathroom and go get to the TV or the computer, get my phone situated so I can enjoy this live film session. And so, okay, we watch the film session, go through it, bada. We know not everybody can watch the live. So if you can't catch the live and it starts with that 5-minute countdown, take your finger and scrub to where it starts. Don't start freaking typing, Thomas. This is too long of an intro. If you don't know how to work YouTube, learn. All you gotta do is scrub through it. It takes you 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But when you type something stupid in the chat box, talking about the intro, you make yourself look stupid. Stupid. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's like people who wait for the light to change when there's no cars coming.
You mean law-abiding citizens?
And they be dead serious. This because I got that comment like 6 times. 5 minutes is too long to wait for. Bro, you watching the replay? Scrub through it.
Those are people that could vote.
No, I love the ones that respond to something that we talk about like 20 minutes later or 20 minutes ago.
Tell him, Alex. Alex hit it right on the head. Just scrub through it. It's crazy. So, but it is what it is, man. And we got lit topics we're gonna hit, and we know it's the off season. And during the off season, we hit a little bit of everything. We're gonna kind of stay on football today because football just ended, but we divulge into basketball mostly. We stay Ravens content, and we'll hit other teams. We don't go into baseball because I'm really the only person that likes baseball up here.
What?
Unless something crazy happens in baseball, we may mention it, but we ain't gonna talk baseball. But this is where you kind of get a well-rounded sports show after football season. So we'll talk a little basketball.
True, Coach.
What?
My Dodgers going all the way this year.
Your Dodgers now.
Right. That's right. Since forever.
Is that where what's his name went? Otani?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
what
I love. That's what's
Is that Buck?
I love my team. Let's go, Dodgers.
That B stand for Buck.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Crazy. But let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with, where's my banner? Here it is. Lamar winning the MVP. So Lamar Jackson won the MVP. What was that? Thursday night, and that was a small smidget of anxiety. Well, not even anxiety because that's a serious thing. Small midget of maybe he won't win right before they announced it. Yeah. And so when he did, obviously that was a sigh of relief, and he won his second MVP. And again, MVP is a regular season award. Did he have all the numbers that like people are claiming he should have had? No, but nobody really had these astronomical numbers, and the race was wide open the last quarter of the season. And the Ravens had possibly the hardest schedule at the end of the year. Even myself didn't think we would do as good as we did at the end of the year. I didn't think we would go 4-0 at that gauntlet that we had, and we went 4-0, and he played out of his mind, and he won it. So, like everybody that he beat was in the MVP conversation, and so that's how he won the MVP. That stretch right there. And so, how do you feel about that part? And it's a 2-part question. How do you feel about him winning the MVP? And then, secondly, how do you feel about the excuse the knucklehead gave for not voting for Lamar?
First off, congrats to Lamar. I thought it was well deserved. I thought he played great this season. He was the best player in the league. They beat almost every top team in the NFL. And like you said, he played great. So yeah, I mean, it was well. I was a little bit surprised that it was 49 out of 50 votes, just because there were so many people talking Brock Purdy and Josh Allen and Dak and all that. But yeah, the MVP itself was well deserved. And the guy you're talking about, Aaron Schatz, I don't have any problem with him voting for Josh Allen. Honestly, like he'd been on that for the entire season. And he'd been talking about how he didn't have Lamar as the top guy. Because he I believe he created DVOA.
I think so.
And he's an advanced metrics guy, and he uses like EPA and all that kind of stuff. And he said, hey, he thought that the Ravens were a defense-driven team, and Josh Allen was just having a better season, and blah blah blah. I don't agree with him, but if that's your take, then stick to it and make your vote. I think that had he known he was going to be the only one, maybe he would have voted for Lamar. But
I think he said something like that. I think he said, I didn't want to be that guy. I thought, people vote, other ways.
Right. Because I don't think that he wanted to be like, I want to be the reason he doesn't get a second unanimous MVP. But, it is what it is. That's what he thought. So that's what he voted. I have a problem with like the baseball writers say, oh, nobody should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, so I'm not voting for you regardless. Like at least he had his reasoning for why it was. You can agree or disagree, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I was happy for Lamar. Like you said, we had that tough gauntlet, and once Lamar went up against the other MVPs, he shined. And to me, most valuable player is not about most gaudy stats. It's about the best player on the best team, and that's what Lamar was. Game in and game out, no matter what team, whether it was San Francisco, Miami, it did not matter. Lamar was the best player on the field during the regular season, so he deserved this award. Now, as far as the unanimous goes, I feel at first I was a little upset. I was like, oh man, like he could have had two of them. He could have gone down in history as the first player with two, being that Tom Brady's the only other guy that got one. But then I thought about it and was like, that creates more undue pressure, because now you're talking about a two-time unanimous MVP, and then they're going to go to his playoff wins. So that's just going to cause another stir. And as far as that Andy dude goes, he knew exactly what he was doing, because to my knowledge, the vote was supposed to be anonymous. He came out to gain traction because now he's appearing on all these shows and he's telling his story to all these people. He did it to get famous.
I don't think he put it out there. I think somebody else did. Somebody that he worked with was like, "Oh, Aaron was the one who
snitched on him."
It leaked.
But he had an article ready though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Why I picked whatever. He had one in the chamber, boy.
Yeah.
He's here in case I ever get outed. I suspect my coworkers are out to get me.
Plotting to get me.
To me, I'd be honest, man, I didn't really care. Like maybe I care in like a year or something like that, but it's just like I wanted the Super Bowl. Like I'd be happy for Lamar. Like when it's all said and done, I'd be like, yeah, he got the MVP in 2023. But right now, it's just like a black cloud, like over the whole thing. Like I didn't even watch the award show. I was like, I don't give a damn about those damn awards. Like it was Super Bowl for this team. Like that's all I cared about. I'm happy for Lamar, obviously. I don't really care about that Aaron dude or what other fan bases are saying. Like no matter what Lamar does, even if he would have won the Super Bowl this year, there would have been something else. So It's like, why argue with those people like this? They're never gonna admit that he's good. He's a two-time MVP, and they're still finding reasons to say he's not good. So, they're just not gonna see it. So, let them be stupid in their own little world. But I just wanted that damn Super Bowl, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree with Chris, man. Like, it feels a little bit like a runner-up trophy type of thing. It's great for him, his accolades, towards his Hall of Fame, career. So I am happy for him. But yeah, man, like I just want to win a Super Bowl. Like we're ready to win. I want to win one. Not even to silence anybody, because like Chris said, they're always going to come up with something. Because the haters are going to continue to hate. It doesn't matter what he does. He could be the one with 3 Super Bowls right now, and they'll say, "Oh, it's because of his defense," or something like that, right?
They already do that with Flacco.
Yep.
They say it was the defense that carried them that year, and if you watch football that year, it was not the defense that carried them.
They were ranked 25th that year.
Like and everybody knows me personally. I dislike Flacco because of what happened after the Super Bowl, like the way he was after the Super Bowl. That playoff run, Flacco was unmatched, man.
Yeah,
Flacco was dealing that playoff run. Flacco was Thanos. Flacco was Pat Mahomes that playoff run.
The only other quarterback to have a run like that was Joe Montana. 11 touchdowns, no interceptions throughout the playoffs.
It was ridiculous.
Flacco was nuts that playoff run. The defense did what they had to do, but we were scoring points that run, which is kind of what you have to do nowadays. Now the defense, they've kind of figured some things out to slow down offenses these days. But for the most part, you got to score points, no matter how good your defense is. Because what we saw yesterday was kind of sort of an anomaly because both teams had really good defenses, but you got to score points. You got to score points. And like I said, you guys were getting heat for your comment. I've been getting some heat for something I said about Kurt Warner. I don't know if you guys saw it. I mentioned about Kurt Warner slick hating on Lamar, and even though he does the the study ball clips, and he says it as critiques, and I'll admit some of the stuff he says about Lamar, they're valid points, but my thing is they're said in a tone, this is the way they come out. And then where are these same videos about other quarterbacks?
Right.
Like, and I think 33 Ram. I think she said she went to his channel and she didn't see like videos like that for other quarterbacks. Now, I hadn't went to go look. I think she said that in one of the comments that she went to his channel. She didn't see videos on other quarterbacks like that. And my thing is like, I think he's saying that like this on the own schedule stuff, the clunky stuff. And initially, I thought it was just okay. I can kind of see, but you keep on saying it, and like Lamar don't do. There's no one way to play quarterback.
Right.
Like long as you're producing at a high level, that's how you play quarterback. Because the way Purdy got to the Super Bowl and the way Mahomes got to the Super Bowl. Their key plays didn't come in the pocket and on schedule. They're like Mahomes, the two main plays Mahomes made versus us, they were scrambles. He was scrambling out the pocket and threw that crazy ball to Kelsey. And then the back shoulder throw was kind of scrambled to Kyle. And then Brock Purdy had like about 40, 50 yards running.
He's looking through a lens of an era that he played in where defensive ends and interior linemen weren't nearly as athletic as they are today. You had more time to sit in the pocket, especially him having Orlando Pace, one of the greatest, if not the greatest tackle of all time. Right? Like he doesn't understand this is a different game now.
Right.
And this always goes to how these conversations go, at least for us. You're talking about a guy, who played in a different era, who had Orlando Pace. He also had Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Oz Hakeem, and Marshall Faulk around him.
Facts.
I mean, come on.
And Ricky Prohl.
Right. That's right. And don't laugh at Ricky Prohl. Ricky Prohl
I'm not.
had some of the best hands. Well, not y'all, I'm just saying. Ricky Prohl probably had some of the best hands ever.
I feared Ricky Prohl when he was on other teams.
So, and somebody that amened what I said brought up the fact that, and even though he was older, but once he got on teams with lesser talent, kind of faded away. And Mike Martz, I forgot, and Mike Martz. Like just putting and Mike Martz.
Kurt probably should be a Hall of Fame. Like I've never, like you said, there's different ways to play quarterback. I guess there's different ways to get to the Hall, but I ain't never seen Hall of Fame guys getting benched and playing like shit right through the middle of their career.
Facts.
On a couple different teams. But
yeah. So it is what it is, man. But I think he says that because he doesn't play like he played, and you don't have to be that anymore. Like the quarterbacks like Kurt. If you play quarterback like that now, your career in the NFL is probably 5 years and under, because the defensive players are too big, too fast, too strong to have a guy just to stand there, and they're not going to let you dink and dunk the entire time.
Nope.
Like you can't have 3-step drop and throw it ever. They're gonna play man and make you have to move. And if you can't move, it's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's an agenda that they keep trying to push from different people. And I know maybe Brodney might have something to say about this, but that's why I think they're trying to push Drake May for the number one quarterback over Caleb Williams. They're trying to get away from Lamar's. They don't want guys speaking their own mind, speaking in their own tone, playing their own game that they can't control. Listen, I think Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks ever. But he's safe. He's safe for the NFL. He gets up there, he says the right things, he speaks in the correct manner, and he represents the NFL the way that they want it to be. So they want to keep it.
He's safe because no, he says the right things, but Papa Pat, he gonna speak his mind.
I saw a picture today of son Pat that a lot of people might not want to see.
Was that real?
I don't know.
I don't think that was real.
I don't know. I just know I saw it.
They call him Backdoor Boy.
Don't know if it's real or not. I just know I saw it.
But yeah, I just think that they're trying to project this narrative that you still need the pocket presence. That's why they pump up Justin Herbert so much. Even though he has the tools, he has the numbers, he hasn't won anything. And this is why I think also they're trying to build up Brock Purdy. Now, Brock Purdy made some great plays. Like he made some great throws yesterday.
He did.
But when it counted the most and they needed that Pat Mahomes touchdown to kind of go up by 7, he couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
He overthrew 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I disagree with you about Drake May. I think that he kind of earned that spot there to be one of the top quarterbacks, but that's absolutely what's happening with JJ McCarthy.
Facts.
Yeah, I would say more JJ than Drake because Drake to me Drake's legit, and I watched a lot of Carolina games because I had a kid that played with him, so I think Drake's legit. I think JJ's the fraud.
I'm not saying he's not legit, coach. What I'm saying is they're talking about he's better than Caleb Williams. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not one of the top ones.
I'm in the middle of studying Caleb. Let me choose my words. No, I'm not saying that.
I mean, if you ain't feeling him, you ain't feeling him.
No. I do feel him. A lot of people are comparing Caleb to Pat. I don't think he's Pat.
He's not Pat.
I don't think he's Pat.
But Pat wasn't Pat when he was coming up.
Sure was not.
And that's unfair to put on him. Like last year they were saying, "Oh my goodness, wait till Caleb Williams comes out." And I was watching him. I'm like not to take anything away from him. Like he's good, but not on Andrew Luck's level. And that's the way they were talking about him.
What I do like about Caleb is because he's going to be a high pick, and they're probably not going to have a good line. He can still be good because he can do so much stuff outside the pocket. He will so if Kurt Warner's on this off-platform crusade, he's going to have a field day with Caleb because Caleb will play off-platform and will make accurate throws off-platform.
Like that.
That's the caveat to Caleb. He'll make off-platform throws and he'll make them with his eyes closed behind the back, but he will do some uncharacteristic, unconventional stuff and maybe lose you some games too. He'd be loosey-goosey with that ball.
So, Chris, do you draft Caleb or do you keep Justin?
Draft Caleb is no question.
And I'm the opposite.
Okay.
Because you got to give Justin Fields over $100 million after this season. I like Justin Fields. I think they've done him a major disservice there. But where they are, contract year wise, they just got to reset because they've ruined that chance with Justin Fields. And I'm not paying him $100 million when I could get a Caleb Williams and actually build something around him.
Is it just the contract for you, or you just think Caleb's just a flat out better player?
I mean, I think Caleb has the ability to be the better player when it's all said and done. If I had to bet, I would say Caleb will be the better player. But like I said, I mean, what have they done?
Chicago?
What have they done to help Fields? All right, they got DJ Moore, okay, but coaching wise, what have they done for him? It's like they put him behind the 8 ball with every coach he's had.
Yeah. So if you're Chicago and you can say, hey, let's trade down one spot or so, 1 or 2 spots, and we can draft Marvin Harrison, and then because they're picking 9th as well, come back at 9th and get a tackle there. You wouldn't say we can roll with Justin Fields with DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison. You still want to go Caleb?
Yeah, because you gotta pay him $100 million, over $100 million.
I'm opposite. I'm with you, B. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I like that plan better because
I don't know. I haven't watched.
I know what I got. I know what I got in Caleb. I mean, not Caleb, in Justin. And I don't know if you got to give him $100 million unless he just go nuts this year.
Oh, you're gonna have to give him $100 million.
Or you got 2 years of franchising.
Gave Gino $100 million. You gotta give Justin $100.
You still can kick it down the road with them with the franchise tags. So I mean, I would go that route. I wouldn't go with Caleb, but that's just me. But I do see your point, Chris. You know, as far as resetting the market, because you can still add pieces on that rookie contract. So I understand where you're coming from, but I just, me personally, I would go. And I like Justin too, though.
And that's not even like an endorsement. Like, oh my goodness, Caleb Williams is, he's a can't miss dude. Like, that's not even that kind of endorsement. It's just straight up contract. And
reset the clock.
I just don't like what I hate what the Bears have done. Like, it's stupid.
And that's my only issue. That's the only question I have with it. Because let's say you trade Justin Fields, get whatever picks you get, and you bring Caleb Williams in. Matt Eberflus is still the head coach, and now he has a chance to mess up Caleb Williams.
True.
That's the only thing why I go back and forth with it. But I do think that Justin Fields is a lot better than people give him credit for, and I think in the right situation, because if they trade him to the right situation, they trade him to Washington, and he got Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, he might do some things.
They team ain't bad, man. They like, because you know what, the Lions will say what the Lions are third best team in the NFC. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
They beat them and should have beat them twice.
True.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think the Lions even win that division next year.
Oh,
I think Green Bay win it.
17 23-year-old receivers in Green Bay.
Right. They got five good young receivers.
Yeah.
And Bo Melton, who didn't he Seattle drafted him last year and he never saw the field? Somebody drafted him and he never saw the field and went to Green Bay and started getting off.
Yeah.
I heard y'all might be stealing AJ Dillon.
Bro. You saw that?
Keep quiet, bro. Keep quiet.
No, I saw it online.
I know what I'm saying. I'm saying keep quiet because it might happen. Keep quiet.
All right, we got a new DC. Obviously, we lost Mike McDonald to Seattle.
Oh shit! More sad news. Damn.
Congrats, Megan. Megan's in the chat. Seahawks fan.
And we lost. What's our DB coach? Denard
Wilson
to Tennessee. Weaver to the Dolphins.
Did we lose somebody today?
I don't know. I've been typing on most of the day.
Either we lost somebody, we promoted somebody.
I promoted somebody, I believe, to assistant head coach. Chris Hewitt.
So now we have Zoe as the DC, Zach Orr, who abruptly had to retire at 24 for a spinal injury?
Back spinal.
Yeah, that sucked.
And so at 31 years old now, 15 years younger than me.
Damn.
25 years younger than Hendo. No, I'm joking. Is the DC. So my question is, and we know he's a high energy guy. Can he lead the defense and for them to be as productive as they were under Mike? What y'all think?
Yes, I think he can. Will he? I mean, Mike McDonald, he's gifted, right? So it's hard. You can't just say he's going to be as good as Mike McDonald. But can he be good? Absolutely. Can he be a leader? Absolutely. Yeah, I think they picked him because the players do respect him, right? He's still close to the game, right? Like they say, he had to retire at a young age, so he still has that passion. Now, how does that manifest itself into being a coach and game planning and scheming and all that? That's what we have to wait to see. How much did he learn from McDonald? But I'm fine giving him a chance, right? Like, this is the year to do it. Like, we have question marks on defense. A lot of people leaving. It's going to be some retooling there. It could work out, or he might need a year or two, like McDonald did. But I'm all for giving him a shot because they might have it right again. The Ravens usually do a good job finding a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I agree. this I actually give them credit for going with the younger hire. I like that they went with such a young dude, and then obviously the backstory with everything that's happened, or with his playing career and getting back into coaching and working his way up the ranks, and I like to see him get this opportunity and really make a name for himself, and I tweeted it out. I hope he could be the next D'Amico Ryans, because he deserves it. I mean, for what he's been through, and he's obviously gotten to learn some under Wink. He's learned obviously from Mike McDonald, who was his actual position coach back in the day. So hopefully things can remain the same in some ways and evolve, but then also evolve as well. Because you can't just go and be like, all right, we're gonna do the same thing we did last year, because that's just not realistic. He's gonna have his own flavor. He's gonna have his own way of doing things. And something that he mentioned that I really liked that stuck out to me was when he was on the Jaguars. He said, I forgot which coach said it to him, but when he was coaching on the Jaguars, they were like, look, you got to look at the game as if you're calling it. And he said ever since he heard that a few years ago, he's looked at the game completely different. And he's gone into it as if he's calling the game, as if he's the one that's coming up with the main game plan. And I like to hear somebody that's been working like that behind the scenes. It's not just like, oh, I'm the DC now, so all right, I got to do this. He's been preparing himself for this moment. So I'm ecstatic for him, and hopefully he could pick up where McDonald left off, or even take this thing to another level. Hopefully,
that by doing that, you already have like ideas of your own flavor too, or how you can add to whatever the current DC was doing.
Right. I mean, I'm with Chris and Jose's. I love the fact that he's a younger hire, because if you look at the league is going to younger coaches, especially on the offensive end, and they're becoming more innovative. And these old defensive coaches, outside of a la Steve Spagnuolo and a few others, they have their set ways. So we need these innovative minds. And for me, the biggest thing is Zach Orr has the respect of the defense already.
Right.
Like, they already respect this man. So I think it's a great hire. Can he be another Mike McDonald? I don't know. I hope so. I hope he can surpass him, but we don't need him to be. If the team goes in the direction that we want them to go, he doesn't have to be Mike McDonald.
Right.
If we go offense and score, we don't need him to hold teams to 17 points. He can hold them to 20. We're scoring 40. So it's really not going to make a difference. And I think that is what's going to take a lot of pressure off him, because this is his first time calling the defense. So it may, just like it did Mike McDonald, it may take one season to get acclimated to the surroundings, the adjustments that he has to make, the packages. So he needs help. And especially doing it with a decimated defense and we don't know which ones, but a lot of these pieces are going to be gone.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of help him and help him not lose confidence in what he's doing, and kind of make some moves to where, listen, if your defense ain't getting it done, it don't matter. We're going to outscore somebody. So, congratulations to him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously congratulations to Zach Orr. Like y'all said, it was very sad that he had to kind of end his career so early due to injury. And obviously, he's well thought of, or he wouldn't even be in this position at the age of 31. I do tend to think it was kind of a, man, we're going to lose everybody. We better pick one of these dudes and give him the job. But, they did pick him, right? But like I was saying, they're very likely going to lose a lot of key players on defense. So I would not expect them to come back and be anything really close to what the defense was this year. But the silver lining there is, if he is a good defensive coordinator, it means you'll have him for a few years instead of just 2. So hooray for y'all.
Now I got a theory behind why he got hired. Y'all hear me out. So obviously, Mike left, and the next man up potentially was Weaver, right?
Supposed to be.
So my theory is, because from reports is Mike really wanted Orr to come with him. So my theory is they're looking at Orr as a potential replacement to Harbaugh down the road. And so they made Orr the DC and not Weaver, because Weaver's not looked at as a potential replacement to Harbaugh down the road. So they're like, we better keep Orr and give him this job. to keep him around.
Now,
I've heard
that's just a theory. I ain't got no sources, and that's
so Zach Orr.
theory.
Zach Orr said that that Mike McDonald asked him to go to Seattle with them to be the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach Orr said, man, like, you know, like he's like he's ready to go, but you know, Baltimore made him an offer. He's like, look, I bleed purple and black, man. Like I couldn't go. But to me, like that tells me that obviously McDonald thinks highly of him, of his IQ, to where, hey, I want to bring this guy with me to be my defensive coordinator, because you're building your team, especially as a first-time head coach. You want people that think like you do, right? It's the same thing with B's team, the Panthers. Like I like what Dave Canales did in bringing some of the position coaches over with him, because he doesn't have to train them on how to coach the team like they think like he does, like they're on the same page. So that little nugget right there makes me, you know, it gives me a little bit more hope that, you know, Zach Orr really did pick up a lot on this defense, and you know, he can do a lot of things that Mike McDonald did. Will it be the exact same? Obviously not, but it could be good.
And I think it's gonna help him the fact that Roquan's there, like, to help. I mean, honestly, to help coach also. Yeah, Roquan's gonna help coach. Marcus is gonna help coach. The veteran guy, Marcus
Hamilton.
And Hamilton's gonna help coach. Like, they're gonna help coach the younger guys up. So he like that's gonna be that help. Right. That's gonna be that help, because he ain't gonna have like Pepe gonna need coaching up. You know, J. Loma Davis gonna need coaching up. Whoever they draft or pick up a free agent gonna need coaching up. Like, and then so there'll be some guys that need coaching up, but you're gonna have some veteran guys that played a crucial role in this past year. That's the responsibility of coaching guys up and making sure people are where they need to be. It's gonna be on them too, because like Hendo said earlier, the defense ain't gonna look nowhere close to what it looked like this year, personnel wise. First off, you got to pick between Queen and Madubuike, and odds are it's probably Madubuike, and then you just got like Clowney and Van Noy. You probably gonna get one of those two, and it probably ain't gonna be Clowney because he had his best year, so he probably gonna get the bag somewhere. So and it ain't gonna look the same. It ain't. So just be prepared for it. The team is going to have to be. We're gonna have to score more points. We're just gonna have to, in my opinion.
I want to respond to Anand's comment here. Shout out to Anand.
One that says, with all due respect.
Yep. Okay. All the respect to McDonald, who was great, but we got shredded by Mahomes and Kelsey in the first two drives. Our D often didn't settle until second half many games, so maybe Orr can improve upon that. Look, man, 17 points. Right? You cannot realistically expect any defense. There's no defense that you can create today that you can expect to just completely shut out a team that has Mahomes at quarterback, right? Or any just competent offense. That's not a realistic expectation. I get what you're saying, right? It is frustrating when you're watching, like, man, they're just going down the field. You have the best quarterback in the league and the best tight end in the league.
And the best head coach in the league.
Right? Like, I'm sitting here wondering all game, like, how is he getting open? He just did the same thing last night to the 49ers. Did it in
the second half instead of the first.
Yeah. Like, you can't stop that. There's nothing you can do to stop that. They're going to get theirs, but they figured out enough to slow them down and keep them out of the end zone in that second half. So, I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
And so I saw a stat today. Well, I saw it recently, but not too long before we started, that somebody posted on Twitter, and you only can get these numbers if you pay top dollar for these stat websites. And so he posted it. I screenshotted the heck out of it. So it's basically saying the coverages for week by week versus the Chiefs. There were 2, maybe 3 teams that played the Chiefs man to man a lot. The Browns played the Chiefs. I'm not the Chiefs. I'm sorry. They played the 49ers man to man. The Browns played the 49ers man to man like 70%. We barely played them man to man. The Eagles played them a little bit more man to man. And then yesterday was the most since the Browns they got played man to man. Don't nobody else play man to man like that. And the same thing versus them. The difference is with us, like with the 49ers. The 49ers play a lot of cover 4. So in that cover 4 situation, you got a linebacker kind of sitting right there in the middle. So he couldn't hit Fred. I mean, he couldn't hit Travis. When well, Greenlaw got hurt and they had to kind of switch up their defense. Travis was able to they had to switch what they did. Travis was able to work and find them zones because they was killing the dude that came in for Greenlaw. I mean, they was murk. It's a stat out there about like they was like against him. They was 8 for 9 for like 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, with Kelsey, he's damn if you do, you damn if you don't, because Kelsey's that deal, man. He is. And if you double him, then you got other people to worry about. So it's just tough, man. It's you got, like you just said, you got the best quarterback, best tight end, and the best play drawer, upper caller in a long darn time in the NFL. And you got to give up something. And you only gave up 17 points. Exactly. We had to score at least 18. Should have at least scored 18. And that's not trying to be a butthole to you. But it is what it is. 17 points. If you tell me, and I think all of us would agree, we hold the Chiefs to 17 points, we'd probably double down that we win that game.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, listen, you said 2 drives. 2 drives out of how many? Out of how many for the whole game?
9, I think.
How many teams can honestly say they held the Chiefs scoreless for a half? Because they didn't score the second half.
Sure didn't.
They didn't even really drive the second half. So you're blaming, and I know we say offense and define the defense, but you're blaming 2 drives, 14 points on the outcome of a game. No, I can't agree with that one.
Let me get Buck. Buck donated $3 and he said, let me get to it. Hold on. Come back here. Buck said, what's up? And we're going back to Fields real quick. What's a better spot for Fields, Atlanta or Washington? I think Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Not Atlanta.
Yeah.
You said not Atlanta?
Not Atlanta.
Oh, so
not
for him.
And
somebody I didn't see who it was in the chat, but send his ass to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, not Pittsburgh. Not Pittsburgh. And also
Arizona.
Brodden says he says also Brodden, the disrespect for America's pastime. All caps. How dare you?
I said
so somebody had to fill him in because he wasn't here when it happened.
How was that disrespect?
Somebody had to fill him in. Appreciate you for the dub, Chocolate Cap.
Chocolate Cap.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me get that up there. No message, but thank you. Oh, she just said hello.
She said hi.
Appreciate it. Let's see what else we got. So let's talk about yesterday. Super Bowl I think it's 58. Super Bowl 58.
58, yeah.
Chiefs obviously beat the 49ers. Kansas City back-to-back. First time back-to-back in
20 years.
19 years.
Since the Cowboys was the Cowboys?
Patriots. It was the
Patriots. Very interesting game. You know, it was entertaining. Wasn't a blowout. It was kind of back and forth, and Kyle Shanahan did his normal Kyle Shanahan things, get leads and blow them. The biggest takeaway for me is that them jokers did not know the rules in overtime.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it either.
That and the fact, like, and this ain't got nothing to do with the game. The fact that Maurice Jones-Drew kept asking people, the Chiefs players, like, were you nervous when the clock was running down in overtime? Like, this dummy didn't know that they was gonna play another quarter if the clock had ran out.
Right.
Like, he was like, why you wasn't gonna take a timeout? Were you nervous when the clock? Bro, I was just gonna play another quarter. Yeah. He didn't know that, and he acted like 3 Chiefs played the same thing. I wanted to reach through there and strangle him, even though I know he would have beat me up.
He's MJD.
I didn't know about those overtime rules either.
They changed it like 2 years. They remember the game when Mahomes and Josh went up and down the field, the 13-second game?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the reason they changed the rules. That game.
Okay.
But the smart part was the Chiefs had 3 meetings about overtime rules and reiterated it before the game. Kyle Shanahan didn't say a word. Like, he was like, what?
Yeah, he knew. The players didn't know.
The players didn't know, right?
Which is crazy.
So wait, that Chiefs game, that 13-second game, I thought that was they went down the field and kicked the field goal and won it, right?
They tied it. No, they tied it with overtime.
And with the overtime, they got it in the overtime, and the Bills didn't get a chance.
And then everybody cried that Josh Allen didn't get a chance to come back and tie the game.
No, I understand that. So the regular season overtime rules is different from postseason. That's why I didn't know. In the regular season, right, the first team, if you get the ball first, you score a touchdown, game's over. The other team don't get a chance, right?
Yep.
In postseason, if that team that has the ball first scores a touchdown, you still get a chance to score.
Yes.
That's why I didn't know. That's why when 49ers took the ball and they were down there in the red zone, I was like, you can't settle for a field goal here. You got to score and end it, right? You can't kick a field goal and give them a chance to go downfield and score a touchdown, which is what ended up happening. But I didn't know that regardless, they would have gotten the ball. And that's why people are asking, well, why didn't you just kick off to see what they're going to do first?
Right. Mm-hmm. And I understand Kyle's reasoning, thinking like, okay, if we score 3 and we hold them to 3, then it's like straight up sudden death. So I understand the analytics part of it, but I still would have wanted the ball second because that extra down means the world.
Yeah.
It's like college overtime now. You want to know what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that situation they were in, where they took the ball first, you kick the field goal because you don't know if you're going to get into that end zone, and then it's an easy win for the Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. But you kick that field goal and you say, hey, I got one of the top defenses in the league. We can hold them to a field goal, and then we'll see what's up.
Yeah,
but that's why they should not have. And I guess in hindsight, it's clear they didn't know the rules. That's why they took the ball first, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, with that, like I didn't really have a big problem with it. I felt like, they felt like they could capitalize on it, score first, and put the pressure on the Chiefs offense to score. I didn't have a big problem with it, to be honest. I think what a lot of the players didn't know was the clock winding down thing.
Mm-hmm.
That part of it. Because the ref said it in the beginning, like, you score a touchdown, the other team gets to match it. Like he said it at the coin toss. So they knew that part. I didn't really have a big issue with it. I kind of liked it. Go ahead, go trust your young quarterback, go trust your offense to try to go down there and score a touchdown. I just didn't like those last 2 play calls, the second down and the third down call.
For San Francisco?
But yeah, for San Francisco. It just felt like, to me, those are your money plays. You know how you got those 2-point plays, you got those 4th down plays. It just seemed like they didn't run their money plays. Mm-hmm. They were trying to be safe with it. And I get protecting the ball, but you can't just shell up, and you can't just be like, all right, hopefully McCaffrey, we run him up the middle, hopefully he'll get the first down. Hopefully, they'll have some kind of coverage breakdown and we'll be able to sneak a pass in here on 3rd down. You got to go with your money plays, and it didn't seem like they went with their money plays on those last 2 downs, and those were, to me, I was like, you got to score a touchdown.
Right.
You have to score, so you cannot settle for a field goal. I get, like Rodney said, I get why they kicked the field goal, but like, you got to go with your money plays, and it didn't seem like they went with it. It just seemed like he was playing to be safe at the end.
Well, yeah, because you got Kansas City in the 4th down on the next drive, right? You got them in the 3rd and long, and you got to be looking at all them dudes you paid on that defense. Like, hey, make something happen.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the team stats from last night, and just trying to see if anything just popped out as to where Kansas City definitely won the game. And what stands out to me is 3rd down. Because 1st downs are pretty much even. A lot of numbers are close enough to be considered, washes, except for 3rd down. San Francisco on 3rd down was 3 of 12, 25%. Kansas City was 9 of 19. That's almost 50%. That's a huge difference. That keeps drives going, that keeps your time possession, and that keeps Thanos on the field. That's crazy. That's how you win games right there. Keeping him on the field. Go ahead. What you say, Chris?
Fumbles.
Yeah.
You can't. Christian McCaffrey, first drive of the game, running. Driving down the field, getting in the scoring range.
Mm-hmm.
Cough it up. Big doofus let the ball hit the ball hit his heel. Like, you got to get out the way, man. Like, you can't let that happen.
But they both had turnovers though. The turnovers was 2-2
to it though, right? Because the Chiefs fumbled 5 times, but only lost 1 of them.
They only lost 1.
Yeah.
What was the interception?
Crazy.
Interception. Yeah. And San Francisco defense early was playing lights out. The Chiefs couldn't get anything going early. San Francisco defense was all over them boys like what did they say in Ricky Bobby, like a spider monkey.
That's why ultimately, man, like defenses or not defense, offense is what's going to win it for you. Like defense can play lights out, but you still got to put up points.
Mm-hmm. Hey, one of my former players. What up, Sid? Hey, this kid right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell y'all, like 71 catches in a high school season. 71. Had 20 catches in a game.
Jeez.
And guess who was the OC on the other side when he happened?
Who?
Brent Favre.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, we kicked their butt.
Stealing money on the sideline.
He wasn't stealing money then. He wasn't stealing money then. He wasn't stealing money then. He wasn't stealing money.
He was sending some kind of pictures though.
Yeah, he ain't
how many points they scored? He might have been stealing money to somebody else's.
Right.
Just as no, he pulled up in his car in the stadium, and everybody else got off a bus. But it is. Hey, them was good times, man. I wish I could go back. We had. I ain't go back down memory lane because we'll be here all night. We had fun. That's good. But now he coaching back there now, so it's a good thing.
Nice.
Back on track. Hendo's favorite part of the show, which was my favorite part of the show. we ain't gonna be here long, Hendo. Everybody in the chat box and Hendo, you ain't got to come in on this if you don't want to.
Because I didn't see it. I couldn't.
Okay, well that's fine. Halftime show. What you think? W or L? You know, highlights for you, lowlights for you, and you know, what y'all think about the highlights? The halftime show.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I saw some snippets of it on Twitter or whatnot. Like, that's always the perfect time to go to the store, man.
It is not.
First of all, we live in solidarity over here.
I went to Harris Teeter. There's 3 other people in there. All right, and it's the perfect time because my son, my nephew, my nephew was spending the weekend over here. They want to eat everything in the house, so I had to make a food run real quick, and it worked out. It actually worked out perfect because I was like, man, can y'all just hold out for a minute? And they're like, okay, and they were playing and watched a little bit of football, and then as soon as halftime hit, they're like, we're hungry. So I was like, all right, just ran to the store, got some pizzas, got to cook it, and it finished just in time. So the halftime show was great for me because I ain't watching any of it, but no, like the highlights of it, like the thing everybody's talking about, Usher, holding Alicia keys, man. Look, Usher he's a menace, and he needs to stop, right? Like everybody kind of writes it off, like, oh no, it's just a performance. Oh no, it's just too many incidents like this. All right, stop touching other people's women, okay?
He should have sang her part for her because that shit was bad.
That
really?
She missed some notes.
That first part, it was just the first part, right?
DSQ said she missed all of them.
Ooh,
Alicia off key.
I'm just glad. I ain't gonna say that.
I thought
my wife knows. My wife knows there are 2 Alicia Keys in my book.
Really?
And the Alicia Keys that I like showed up yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it out loud, but she knows there are 2 different Alicia Keys.
Well, what's the difference, Coach?
They got WNBA Alicia Keys.
I tell you off the camera.
She went back. She went back to that Alicia.
Yeah, she went back to that Alicia. Okay. But what you think, Chris?
I didn't know. I didn't watch it. Every year we play football during halftime. Me and my boys, we go play football during halftime. So
nice.
So I'm the only one watch this thing. Well, let me tell you about it. Then.
Let me
give you my 2 cents.
Well, I want to ask you, Coach.
Go ahead.
Tell us about Jermaine Dupri. I heard he was out there looking like CeeLo Green. Is that true?
Hold on. Let me let B give his person.
I saw the picture. He was dressed like Wednesday Addams.
It was a perfectly mediocre performance. Like it wasn't like terrible or anything. It wasn't Creed or The Weeknd. But it wasn't good. It wasn't memorable in any way.
My man.
Usher's a great artist, obviously. And he's a great performer. Yeah. But halftime show at the Super Bowl, and you're gonna try and run through your entire catalog in that 10 minutes, and you're doing all these out there roller skating, saying with all these guests. Like, it was too much, too quick, and none of it really landed for me. It was just kind of there. I said in the Discord, like, he could have emailed everyone a playlist and saved us all some time and saved himself some money.
This man say emails everybody a playlist.
That's all it was.
Okay, my 32 cents. I had a blast. I knew every song, was singing every song, was bopping to every song. And for some kind of way, I had a napkin in my hand like it was Mardi Gras while I was singing every song.
But see, look at DSQ talking about, oh, you want the demo. No, man. I'm not the demo for an Usher concert. This wasn't an Usher concert. This was the Super Bowl halftime show. Everybody's the demo.
This, because the Ravens wasn't playing, this was an Usher concert with a football game going on.
Oh, goddamn.
Now, if the Ravens would have been playing, this would have been a football game.
You are there to appeal to everyone. And because I'm not a big Prince fan. Like, I recognize he's a great artist, but like, he's not, I was a Michael Jackson fan. And I like.
You can be both, though, B.
No, I know, but I like Prince's music, but I'm not like a big Prince fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he went to the Super Bowl and he put on an unforgettable show, right? Usher did not do that. Usher did.
I can give you that. I can give you that.
How did it compare to the? I
can say Prince's thing was unforgettable. Usher's was not, but because I'm a Usher fan, that show was high on my list. Now, for the non-Usher fans, it probably was not.
It was garbage.
But it was extremely enjoyable to me.
It was a fine show, but it's not a show that you're going to be talking about.
I will be talking about
so, Coach, you
eyes closed.
Well, how do you compare it to the Dr. Dre performance?
Better
than the Dr. Dre performance. I like that
tripping.
One. I don't know. I didn't watch it, but
I know your opinion is better.
I am biased,
but you're still tripping.
I'm biased.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you my bias.
Yeah, it was Michael Jackson and Prince had the best halftime shows ever. They're tied for first.
I don't remember Michael Jackson's.
They're tied for first, and Creed and The Weeknd are tied for last.
I think Michael Jackson was like the first big one they ever had.
Yeah.
Thank you,
bro.
Now Dre's and Snoop's them, they was good. Now I ain't hating at all. Theirs was good. I'm
around like he lost in a hallway.
Like, it's like this. Y'all know how I feel about Dion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know how like Dion. I think Dion's the best football player. Like, that's where I'm the same way with Usher. Like, no matter how many different points you try to tell me,
gotcha.
And I'm the Usher.
I like Usher's music. It's just his off the studio activities.
Run around giving people herpes.
See, I thought we were just gonna keep it to the music.
Damn,
I was gonna keep it to the music. Golly. But anyway, and last we'll say about this. I did think the hugging was a little bit too much, but when Swiss came out and said what he had to say, all good with me.
What he say?
He said, y'all worry about the wrong things. There was two giants on the stage doing what they needed to do. So don't worry about him and his wife or whatever.
Yeah, and Alicia like women, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Hey, it's a family show. Family show. Hey, Suge donated $3 and say, good show, fellas. My question to you guys coming out of the game last night was the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Thoughts? And are you excited for it? Have a good night. Much love. See y'all in 2024. Here we go, Steelers. So I saw the little commercial. I haven't went to YouTube to watch the trailer. So the little snippet wasn't enough.
I didn't see the commercial.
Yeah, I saw the commercial. And it was telling you go to YouTube and watch the trailer. I hadn't watched the trailer yet.
I'm gonna go to YouTube right now.
But what I will tell y'all this, and I put this in the Discord. So I was actually here. I think I was here, and I tried to take my kids to see the first Deadpool, and they were like, "No, you can't bring them in here." So I got mad. I'm like, "My kids, I can go see a Marvel movie. What are you tripping?" So they don't let me in or whatever. We go back home. We come back to Mississippi, and I like take my kids and move. It's a Marvel movie. We gonna go see this movie. So we in Deadpool. I'm like, oh my God. I should not have brought my kids up in here. And so my wife, well, she was my wife at the time. She was like, I told you. I told you. I ain't trying to hear that. But I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have brought them in here because that first Deadpool, well, it was funny to me and good to me. The kids should have not been up in there. Should have not had been up in there. But it is what it is. We got, I think we got one more thing up on. All right, so this is something we did last year, and I thought it went over real well. So we're gonna try to bring it back a couple times this year. And with football season freshly being over, we're gonna play 3-word summary. Let me get this off, and this supposed to be a ticker. So let me in thing adjust save ticker. There you go. Now I'm back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of a Ravens player. And 3-word summary, and y'all participate in this too, chat box. So when I flash a picture of a person up here, 3 words only. Malik, I don't know if you hear, but follow directions. 3 words only. Because Malik probably a paragraph. So we got 10 pictures.
Okay.
3 words only, and then we'll go around and say y'all 3 words, and y'all in the chat box, just say y'all 3 words, or y'all type y'all 3 words. All right, and if you're watching later, if you're watching like the replay, you got to don't just put 3 words so we know who you're talking about. You got to put the name, then your 3 words beside it if you're watching the replay. All right, so let's start off with this guy. This is the first guy. Let's start with you, B.
Hasta luego, señor.
If you don't know this, Odell Beckham.
Missing crucial parts.
Kind of disappointing. Yes, sir. Kind of disappointing.
No,
the vibes were good.
All right. So my 3 words are coming from his standpoint.
I got
that. Ready?
Okay.
F you, pay me.
Facts.
That first one is like 1 word.
Yeah. It's food.
Right. Food, pay me. Because he didn't do jack to deserve 15 million. And y'all know I like Odell, but he did not deserve that 15 million. They're not. But
EDC cooking.
I think it was a necessary evil, though.
It was.
Yes. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, and I do agree with that. I think if it was good faith toward getting Lamar to sign. I do.
He did name another receiver.
Yeah,
right.
Also, for all the people who want to tell us that EDC's done a great job, maybe you don't need to let your quarterback tell you how to do your job. Maybe you can just go do it.
But you know, they're at a point of no return. If they didn't let the quarterback tell him how to do their job, he'd have been gone. So,
well, y'all putting some season. Wednesday gonna be spicy.
Oh, Wednesday gonna be fun. And if
Wednesday is gonna be
if
spicy.
you follow us on Twitter and you see what's going on today,
Wednesday gonna be spicy.
Some people
we gonna let you. When we finish this, I'm gonna let y'all set Wednesday up.
Yeah,
and that's how we gonna wrap it up. We'll let y'all set it up. Second one, I'll stretch this one.
I can't even tell who that is.
That's clown.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's on me. That's bad editing on me. My bad, people. I stretched this one too bad. Chris, we'll start with you.
I'll miss you.
Jose,
get your money.
It's a good one.
Do your thing. Do your thing. Whatever that is. Do your thing.
B?
I'm going to steal this one from you, Coach. F you, pay me. But he's talking to the other 31 GMs.
New Carolina Panther.
Ooh.
Oh,
Because we get
we already got your leftovers this past year at Edge. Did not like it.
No, so no sloppy seconds.
I mean, I want to say no, but like they
kind of need them.
No, they don't need them. I mean, Hassan Reddick is looking to get out. Maybe he can come back. I'm just saying, like they pick up everybody from Baltimore, man. I don't like it.
Like the Jets.
It's a new regime, though.
Right.
yeah.
All right, slide 3. We're gonna start with you this time, B.
Was he open?
You know.
Where's his chance?
What did Jake Vogel say to me today on Twitter? He's unused talent.
Unused talent.
Get it together.
That's a good one. That's a good
In
one.
that picture, he don't look like he's an NFL player.
Yeah, this picture do look kind of shady.
He just prancing down the field. Like, what are you doing?
I think he's warming up. That's like he's warming
Probably.
up.
But
Let me see. 3 words for
That's all
for
Coach,
Rashod
honestly.
Bateman. 3 words for Rashod Bateman. Throw it up.
Throw it up.
Pay the bill, say lost his face.
Damn.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I like Brandon Ease. Make first read.
Hey, ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Over who?
D Weezy about to get banned. All right, slide 4. Slide 4. Start with you, Chris.
Pay that man.
Go get paid.
He is gone.
Can I? I want to. Can you? Will you elaborate?
Yeah. As much as the Ravens want to keep him, $23 million a season, we up against the cap. Like we can't even afford right now to franchise tag because that's $20 million, unless we make some moves. And once again, shout out to him, and I hope he gets paid wherever he is, whether it's here or somewhere else. But $23 million for 1 year production, it's a gamble.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
B.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna have to be 4, but like got Madubuike at home, and so he got to go, and they're gonna have to go with Travis Jones, and Pierce and Broderick.
All 3 guys already paid.
Y'all can't afford it.
Gotcha. And y'all know I want the team to do whatever to keep 6. So my 3 words are see you later. But that's me being a homer. That is what it is. With Hendo, what you said about it, do you think because Queen won't cost as much as Madubuike, you think they try to keep Queen if they go the route you mentioned?
I think they will try to keep Queen, but Queen is going to cost at a minimum $18 million a year.
18.
But I think more importantly, as much as Queen loves it here, I think he's going to leave because he feels disrespected. I think he feels disrespected with the Roquan trade, even though that's his man, and he played a little bit better because he was already on a trajectory of playing better. But I think with them bringing him in and them drafting Trenton Simpson last year and hearing all that talk about him being a replacement and him not getting his 5th year option, I just think for him it's mostly money, but a little bit of respect as well.
I feel you. All right, slide 5. I'm gonna start with this one.
Okay.
High and tight.
Oh.
I'm gonna superstar in waiting.
I like that.
Keep your cool.
Don't change anything. I like the way he played in that playoff game. I don't care about that fumble. Don't change.
I'm gonna say
no snow bunnies.
I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm trying to stay away from
Brandon.
I'm gonna keep it football. Next great wide receiver.
Ooh,
Good one.
I forgot when all that stuff came out. Mine was Welcome to Carolina.
Hey, that's a good one too. Why it won't come up? There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stay off the slopes. Hey, y'all wide open, man. Y'all wide open. Who's out? So Chris is on you.
Damn it! I don't want to say the same thing I just said for Zay, but next great safety.
Oh,
pay him ASAP. That's the only person you're gonna hear me say pay on defense.
He's the man.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this because don't think that it's really necessarily Roquan. I'm gonna say heart and soul.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of along the lines I was going to be too. Let me see. And it's probably going to be taken the wrong way too, but I'm going to throw it out there. Real team leader.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that because even during a playoff game, I think he was the one that settled the defense down with his play, and not Roquan.
Yep. Because Roquan really was kind of screwing up.
He was struggling.
Yeah.
He and Kyle was calm and like wasn't overdoing it. He was the calming voice out there. Like he was the vet. Like the game wasn't too big for him, to me. But next one.
Oh Lord.
B. Unless that old law meant you want to go first, Chris.
You want to go first, Chris?
That just makes me sad.
Just make you sad. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
I only got two for him. Necessary evil.
2 years left.
I was gonna say no other options.
That's a good one, Jose.
I like what Pete Brown you said. Pete Brown the third. He said, "Get healthy, bro." Because like B said, he's a necessary evil. I think.
I think mine is not done yet.
Damn it, Jared. Oh man.
Hey, mine is not done yet.
Yeah,
I hope
not done yet. I think we'll get a better run of this year if you don't have no setbacks. But that's a big gamble. That's a big gamble.
You don't think during the press conference that EDC was a little bit non-committal when talking about him?
Definitely. But you know how them things go with them two cats.
True.
You can't, they can tell you the sky blue and it's obviously purple outside.
Right.
For them. All right, we got 3 more. Chris?
Not worth it. Oh, my bad.
Oh, well.
Damn.
Sorry.
To greener pastures.
Oh. Okay. My next?
Yeah.
Defund the defense. All right. I don't want to pay anybody on defense. Right. Like we need the money to pay the offense. We already got his replacement in Roquan Smith. Do I like him? Yeah. If we weren't in a world where we had to pick one or the other, yeah, bring him back. But we're not in that world. We're in this world. Mm-hmm. So time for the offense to eat.
Calling Seattle home.
Ooh. I can see that.
You saw the video today, Hendo?
No, I didn't see the video.
Oh, yeah, that was
that was your video.
He was in my video about Seattle. It was in for the streets.
Okay, yeah, but listen, Mike McDonald, he needs his players. So you got one available. You tried to get the coach. If you can't get the coach, you got to bring the players to build that culture.
And they don't have a linebacker right now. Nope. B. Oh, what you call it, B?
I said not worth it.
Not worth it.
They already paid your off-ball linebacker.
Yeah. For me, sad to see it. Next. That's all I'm saying. Start with you, B. This is not Tyler Huntley.
I mean, are you sure Kyle's going to be like same as Tyler? I mean, I guess I don't want to say like always next year, but
it's kind of where
it's at right now.
There's some good comments in the. I was waiting. I was looking at the chat. There's some good ones in the chat about Lamar.
Not that one, Blackula. Not nice. Okay, I'll go with the classic quote from the NBA player who ran into Serge Ibaka. I said help.
Oh man.
Wow.
Take next steps.
Make more demands.
Just be you.
It's a good one. It's a good one. 3 words for Lamar. It's your script. And that, obviously you got some connotation behind that.
Right.
It's your script. Yeah. Don't let nobody else dictate it. It's yours. And lastly, starting with you. Who started the last one?
So, Chris.
Stop playing games.
Get off Twitter.
Full-time YouTuber.
I was gonna say a pay cut coming.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say mine. I think my mother-in-law listening. I'm just gonna type some initials. So I'm just gonna type some initials in there. I really don't like this dude.
First of all, Coach, I don't think. Does that mean what I think that means?
No. It's not derogatory. The first word is goofy.
Oh, I thought it was garbage.
No, first word is
I thought it was garbage.
Goofy.
But he is goofy.
Yeah.
And so unserious about football. And so uncertain.
He's so immature.
He is.
So immature.
How come Lamar gets to just be him, but Marlon is goofy and immature? And, like, he show up to work every week just like Lamar do.
Whoa, no, he don't.
No. When I say just like Lamar do, I mean at the same time in his uniform.
Not always. No, he takes some weeks. He takes some weeks off. Some months.
Yeah, so does Lamar. So
not as much.
Lamar missed the playoff game.
I don't have a problem with his personality. It just there's certain things that he said where there's like where if you listen to his podcast, like there's certain things that he says where it's like you're not really prepared how you should be when you one of the cornerstones of the franchise. Like you got to be super locked in and super focused, and it shouldn't be I blew this coverage and this dude had my back. It shouldn't be like that.
He tweeted something after the Super Bowl, like a few hours afterwards, like, it's just hitting me that this was our chance. So what was your mind frame during the game?
I'm disappointed in y'all, but especially you, Jose, because I know that you remember George Kambosos and the art of deception. Okay? That's what you're doing.
Mind game.
He wants everybody to think he's unprepared and unserious.
Yeah, maybe he looks that way sometimes.
Well, in the playoffs, he is.
Oh man, that's cold-blooded. like, bro, and this is no shade to the other guy about the name, because he had a hell of a season. But you were outplayed by Brandon Stevens.
Yes,
sure. And Ronald Darby.
I'm not gonna let you slide that Florida State stuff in there. I'm just not.
Am I lying? Am I lying, no coach? Am I lying, coach? Am I lying, coach? Am I lying, coach? Am I lying, coach?
You ain't even slide that Florida State stuff in.
Am I lying, coach?
Yes, you are lying.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you are.
Go look up games played. Look up the stats.
That don't mean he played better, than he? Not on the defensive side.
Okay.
It is what it is, man. We got running back with him.
He got to stay healthy though. Like
Yeah.
This year, like last season, he had a good year. He had a bounce back year compared to the year before.
Thank you, Killer Can.
And then this year, it just that damn foot, leg, calf, it just kept messing up on him. He's got to stay healthy because this is not you're not young 25-year-old Marlo anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You getting up there and the play isn't matching up with the contract right now.
Yeah. I want to revise my words for Marlo. Give money back.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be my words for Ronnie too. That could be my words for both of them. Give money back.
Second and third highest cap hits.
Yeah, definitely.
And y'all just sitting here right in Reg's face, acting like Caillou Kelly not ready to come right back and be the hero.
We ignored that one.
What team is he on?
The Redskins.
The New Jersey Rattlers.
He in the Rock League, the UFL.
He plays for the Command. He has a contract with the Commanders.
A futures contract?
Nah, he has this last year and this year, next year's season coming up. Because
you know how bad teams just start collecting players at the end of the season. They don't care who it is. They just start signing people up.
Yeah, Reg's really proud about that. He got in for a quarter.
So he played for us, the Seahawks,
somebody else,
Packers too, right?
Oh, the Packers. Us Seahawks, Packers, and now the Redskins.
He's on his fifth. He's on his 15.
False. He's only played for Washington.
But he's only played.
What? Well, I mean, the teams he went to, they building.
Yeah.
He went to 5 teams buildings.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
he practiced with 5 teams.
Yes, but Reg thinks he can come in and be a star for the Ravens.
Okay.
Hey, he's a practice squad whore. You just pass him around, use him, pass around. I'm done with you. You worn out, give him to somebody else. Yeah.
Okay. Kim K of football.
Facts. That's right, Eva Lamar. Another way.
You blue Kardashian. Oh, y'all wild, man. Y'all wild. All right, so this is what we got. That 10, that's 10. So on Twitter today, there was a tweet. Matter of fact, Brandon Buck donated He $3, and he also said props to LBHT. The tweets this morning were fire. And Jordan Yates said he dropped $2. He said not done yet. I think he was talking about Ronnie when he did that. And Jared also dropped $1. Says Alicia sounded out of breath and her ass was sitting down. Other than that, the performance was decent. But you guys dropped a tweet this morning and you want to set it up so people can come and talk about it Wednesday. What was the tweet about and what kind of response did you get out of it, Jose?
Yeah, mixed responses, but we dropped a clip from our live stream yesterday after the Super Bowl. Somebody asked the question, what does Lamar have to do to catch up to Pat Mahomes, right, in the all-time race? And B started off basically saying, hey, look, you get him. Obviously, you got to win Super Bowls. He has the MVPs already. So you got to win Super Bowls. And, B just doesn't believe that it's going to happen with EDC and Harbaugh at the helm, right? And he has very strong reason to believe that, right? And I just basically said, I kind of followed up and said, he's got to win at least one Super Bowl. I don't think he has to win as many Super Bowls as Pat Mahomes to have that discussion. I don't think it just comes down to the number of Super Bowls to compare, players. And that was a clip. The clip wasn't really about EDC and Harbaugh, but you got the defenders out there, right? They heard EDC. They pretty much left Harbaugh to the wolves. They don't even defend Harbaugh anymore. They're like, okay, whatever, fire him. I don't care, but you don't touch EDC. And it's comical to us, man. Like, we get the trolls, we get people that are real personal, and we're gonna start calling out names too. All right, like Adam Gardner on Twitter, right? EDC burner, right? We got some smoke for y'all, man, because y'all getting a little reckless. Like anytime we tweet something that you don't like, you drop in our mentions. We don't follow you, we don't ever talk to you guys, but you come in our mentions and act like children. Right? That facts. That's the white L. So like, you get a bunch of emotional people. All we said was, I ain't say it, B said it, be honest. But all we said was, hey man, we don't believe in EDC. So Jake Vogel, we had a little back and forth. He wanted to know, why, he said I was out of line calling out EDC. I'm just like, bro, please. All right. Like what has EDC done to gain such a loyalty from you guys? And that's all I asked. Like, what are weapons that we have on offense? And what's our defense looking like next year since he's done such a bang up job? Mm-hmm. And of course, he didn't really answer the question. Nobody can answer that question, right? We don't have weapons on offense.
And we're not asking you to ask that question in the chat box. This is a conversation. This is a setup for Wednesday. This is what we call a transition.
Yeah, a teaser.
Leading into that because we move like who we move like, Jose?
Wu-Tang.
So this is a transition because we're gonna have this conversation Wednesday. That's why we didn't hit it today. Yeah, because they talked about it on their platform, and so Wednesday. That's why we said Wednesday gonna be spicy.
And we have a guest. We have a old friend of ours. I hate that it's his first time on our show. He should have been one of our first guests. But Sonny from SDG Sports is going to join the show at some point, and we're going to discuss the tweet a little bit. He wants to talk more about the Lamar and Mahomes comparison, but I'm sure we'll get into some EDC talk as well. So look, Sonny's our guy. I always love chopping it up with Sonny. So it'll be fun. I'm definitely gonna put a couple people on blast. Nah, we gonna go through all the tweets, but we gonna put a couple people on blast, man, because just grow up. Mm-hmm. Ain't that serious? Like, and what did EDC do to earn your loyalty, man? I hope you get some sort of medal or something for protecting him so strongly. I hope he gives you something.
All right, now let everybody know where they can find this conversation at that don't know.
Yes, lunch break hot take. All right, on Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. All right, and if we run out of time, we'll follow it up on our overtime show. Okay, that happens right after the main show on our patreon.com/LBHT show. And if you want to check out what everybody's talking about, follow us on Twitter. That's where all the spiciness went down. But we post a video everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's all the same. At LBHT show is where you can find it. And we have a new episode of Ring Kings out. Okay. We put it out yesterday. So we're talking about Teofimo Lopez, his underwhelming fight. We're talking about the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. All right. No OTR Mike, but Mikey will be back soon. All right. So in preparation of Mikey returning, go subscribe to Open Mic with OTR Mike. It's the podcast where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter who it is, where it is, or what it is. All right. He'll be returning very soon.
And if you don't know, Mike's been coaching basketball. So that's where he's been at.
Yes.
He's been doing something for the kids. You know, we love the kids.
Love the kids.
Chris, DCP, y'all hooping or y'all meal doing? What y'all doing?
Your guess is as good as mine. We just chilling. You know, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll throw up some shit every now and then. But other than that, I ain't got nothing on the horizon.
Hey, talk about your what's called that you do have out that you already did about the tackle, because you know it's draft season. So you did on tackles.
Yeah, I did a little write up of the top 12, in my opinion, top 12 tackles in the draft. You can see that it's on my pin tweet. I did it about 2 months ago, I want to say. So you can check that out if you want to look at the tackles. It's on my pin tweet on Twitter, and I'll be doing more stuff. Just, you know, a lot of women you got to get to, man. This football stuff just is not the highest priority right now.
So I've looked at 2 tackles so far, and I do my stuff a little different. I've looked at 2 tackles. I've looked at Troy Fanato and what's the tackle from Penn State?
Olu
Fashanu. I personally like Fanato better than Fashanu.
Fontenot.
What?
Fontenot. Troy Fontenot.
Yeah, that. I like Washington more than I like Penn State. Because these names gonna kill me.
Well,
I think Washington is more versatile than Penn State. I like the way Washington moves. I like the way he runs fluently. He's powerful. He does have short arms.
No, he doesn't.
He don't?
34 and a half.
Oh, well, he don't extend a lot then. He's more in his he don't extend in his punch a lot. But he don't have to either. He's so athletic. He's so athletic.
my dream pick.
I love
because let's just say he falls for whatever reason. And let's say the Ravens draft him at 30. He could start day 1 at left guard. Day 1, you got your left guard. Now, if you draft somebody else, let's say he's not there and they draft the kid, you know, Kingsley Sayumata from BYU. He's a left tackle, played 1 year right tackle. You know, that's a transition there that you got to make with him playing left guard, if he can play left guard.
Right.
With Fontenot, you don't have to do that. He's plug and play right away.
Yep.
There's no transition for guard. And then let's just say Ronnie gets hurt, which
you got to tackle.
He's obviously done it before. He's obviously gotten hurt before. A seamless transition there. You know, so you have a starter at left guard from day 1, and if Ronnie gets hurt, you got your left tackle right there, and you don't really have much to worry about. Now, if you take that pure tackle, there's a chance he might have to sit because he just can't get that guard position. So I to me, Fontenot, Grant Barton, those are dudes who can be starters day 1 at left guard and give you that versatility at left tackle if need be.
I'll be getting those guys here soon, and I'm gonna alternate. 1 on main channel, 1 for the streets. 1 on main channel, 1 for the streets. I'm about 6 guys in so far, so I'll ramp that back up, starting back with tomorrow also.
To answer that dude's question,
which one?
The one,
Anon?
Yeah, that.
Anon,
I mean, obviously, this is one of the best ever to do it. So, but Jonathan Ogden, he started at left guard his rookie season. So it's not to say, oh yeah, Jonathan Ogden did it. Yeah, this guy could do it. It's not to say that, but it's just like, you know, you get your best 5 on the field, especially if someone has that background of being able to play that position.
Like if you look at the University of Washington's guy, if you look at him on tape, his movement is so he don't move like an O-lineman. Like, just look at him. The skill guys, and this you can tell he's an athlete. The skill guys are the guys that keep them knee pads way above their thighs. You don't see linemen play with with swag like that. And then he moves like a skill guy at 317 pounds.
And that's what you want in this system. Like that's what you don't want these lumbering big guys that from the Roman system. You don't want that. You want these guys that can move and be mobile, not just pulling guys that can get out in space and actually do some work and get to the second level with an actual plan to hit somebody instead of just being on the second level looking like a jackass.
Yeah, you got to get guys to match Linderbaum.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Endo?
You can find me at The Road Pod on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. I do a show every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Also, you can find me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. doing Electric Relaxation with Mr. Galloway, talking all things hip-hop, mostly old school, but we're trying to transition. Then at 9:45, you can catch myself and Brodney on Suge Knight 323 with Steel Claw.
That's not what it's called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Steel Claw?
Steel Claw, yeah. Steelers Panthers.
Steelers
Panthers.
Steelers and Ravens.
Okay, Steelers, Ravens, Panthers. You know, we're working out the schematics on it, but I will say this: if you do show up to these shows, and I appreciate it if you do, I need all the bands to show your IDs before you come in. I need your credentials for the bands because you may be impersonating fan police, telling people how to be a good fan, telling people who knows football and who doesn't. I need those bands to show me their credentials because people impersonating fan cops.
Oh, the super fans, huh?
The super fan. Yeah, you tell somebody you don't know real football because you're not a real fan because. So I'm gonna need you to show your credentials because I apparently these guys are getting these extra perks of badges and plaques to show that they're the real fans. But they're actually bands with a B.
Thank you, Brian.
Appreciate
it.
Yeah, I'm just getting sick of people.
During Shannon Sharp started some stuff, man.
It wasn't Shannon Sharp. It's just all these people, coach. And not even with us. Just somebody else. Like somebody in the chat will say something, and then somebody like you're not a real fan because you don't think like me.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, personally, I don't think anyone's on my level of fandom because I've been a PSL member since '96.
Shout out to Chris.
You stupid. You stupid.
That's evil, Lamar. Put it together. Bands. Birch Arse Negroes.
Boy, this was fun. This was fun.
It is.
I ain't got much else, man, but other than go follow all of us. If you don't follow, go watch the videos, join the Patreons. Again, shout out to Osman. Just joined all our Patreons, so salute to that.
Salute to Osman.
And I got my daily content will be coming out. I'm doing something a little different. The season's out. These talking videos with and draft videos, and make sure y'all keep me in the loop. And I think we had 9350 maybe trying to get to 10K.
Okay.
Over 800 on this more sip the talent, so we're trying to get to 1,000 over there.
Let's go.
And we got numbers. You guys got number goals. Spit them number goals out.
2,000. We're less than 200 away.
Hendo.
Less than 200 from 4,000.
Chris, number goals.
Yeah, we almost at 1 million.
Well, get that plaque.
Hey, with that being said, man, we'll see y'all throughout the week. I ain't gonna say see you next week because we got a spicy show coming Wednesday. We got Steel Claw tomorrow. We got lots of stuff coming up. So man, be in the place, man. Y'all ain't got nothing to do in the streets.
I ain't talking no more Ravens ever again.
I might have listen, coach. I might have something else because some people coming back to work tomorrow, so I might be able to have some time to do something else.
Oh, okay.
Do your damn job.
Oh, damn. He talking to you like people talking to EDC.
It's my supervisor right there.
Do your damn job. Peace, y'all. If I can find the outro.